hands wrapped, knuckles taped black. Pick my gloves up off the mat. Fighting's all I ever had. Wasn't born with tons of gifts. Had to work hard as a kid. Know that everything I did was to catch the other kids. Slowly built that self-esteem. Turned myself to a machine. I'd compete so I'd be seen. I would lose and I'd succeed, but you'd never see me quit. I'd always get after it. Knew I had a different gift. I'd outwork any other kid. Deep within our souls, we can feel there's something empty. We need something more. I feel destiny, she tempts me. Tells me there's two paths, they both have a different ending. Choose wise and you'll find that pain leads to ascending. Till I'm dead and buried deep within a cemetery. I will fight, never weary, I wanna be legendary. Till I'm dead and buried deep within a cemetery. I will fight, never weary, I wanna be legendary.
We are live. Woohoo! Guess who forgot to hit the button? This guy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's 7:15 on a Tuesday night and another episode of That's Right, Tackle Talk. What are you guys doing, man? What's going on with the stream? Can you guys even hear me? All right, stand by. Oh, wow. What just happened there? Hold on, guys. Let me fix something here. That got a little crazy. And we'll do that. And we'll do that. I don't even know what just occurred. Did you guys see that? That is ludicrous. Stand by. Stand by. Oh, we got technical glitch on the start of the show. We'll do it all over again. We're live. We're doing it live. Yeah, baby. Oh my goodness. What a nightmare. I do not know what just happened. Something occurred though. Let's see what happens. I don't know. And we'll take this, and we'll take that, and we'll press this. I don't know. Everything was working before. I have no idea what to do about this. That's okay though. We got it. We're gonna play through. We're gonna play through. So what are you guys doing, man? Do we have some fun today or what? I had some fun. Not really. 1 to 3s today out on the big water. Gusts of 15 to 18. That was a good time, I'll tell you. I know how to party, boys. Trust and believe. Your boy knows how to party. I'm shutting some things down here. I don't know what just occurred. I thought we were dropping frames, but I guess not. I guess the Sony just decided it was gonna just shut down and just freeze pause on a screen. And OBS is not recognizing it, is recognizing it. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. We'll check it one more time. Yeah, so like I said, not as much fun as I thought it was gonna be. Hold on. What's this? That's not it. That's it. That's it. We're doing it live. We are doing it live, boys. How much fun is this, huh? I don't know what just occurred. We're gonna unplug something. Let's go to a commercial. Oh, what's that? You noticed? My fishing gloves? No, those are cool. Yeah. Those are the new Heathen Squad socks, for sure, folks. I'll tell you, my fishing day couldn't get any better. I got my gloves, and I got my socks. HeathenSquad.com.
What's up, everybody? Hopefully today we catch some giants. You know it's fishing, bro. You never know how it's going to go. Undisclosed location unless he's already said it. But this place has been known to produce 8s, 9s, 11s. Yeah, I mean, dude, they're out here, so we'll see what happens.
And guess what, guys? I wore my lucky fishing socks.
Socks on too, buddy. HeathenSquad.com. Get yourself some. It makes you fish better. I don't know what the science is behind it, but if you wear these socks, these HeathenSquad.com socks, you could probably catch yourself a couple tanks. It's in the science. Trust the science, right?
At least a 30% increase in your average, but that's not typical, but it happens.
Oh my goodness. Okay, problem solved. Oh, I just saw somebody say something about, hey man, what are you wearing? Bro, have you guys seen these things? Have you guys seen these things? Look at this. For those of you that saw me out fishing today, did you guys see the backs of these things? They got skulls and crossed bones, and they say Heathen Squad down the side. And I think the new ones are going to have lettering on the hoodie, too. Dude, absolutely sick for those of you guys that haven't checked these out. These things are epic. This is the gray Digi Camo, which came out more like an olive drab gray green. It's really hot, dude. It's nice. It looks really good. And the blue one came out sick, but I'm not going to show you guys that one. We're going to, like, space it out. We're going to space it out. We're not going to show you all of them up, at one time. That's not cool, man. We got to let you guys, we got to build some anticipation here. But don't forget, guys, go over to heathensquad.com. Check that stuff out. Some of it's sick, dude. Well, I can't lie. All of it's sick. Check that stuff out, though. So let's talk about some fishing. What are you guys doing, man? We had a rough struggle today. So we made some changes. Not really. We attempted to make some changes, but your boy's got a little problem. But before we get into that, let's see who all's here. I believe it was Kristen J was first, followed by was it Robert Sharp, Mick Layton in the house. We got Shawanda. We got 2 Loco 16. We got Robert Sharp again. Mick Dingo Dundee made it. Hey, good day, Dingo. Rod Slug, Wes Sims. What's up, you guys? What's new, man? Yeah, so back to what we were talking about earlier. Oh my goodness, dude. You ready for this, dude? This is just going to be absolutely brutal. So your boy has a little problem, okay? I got a little problem, and I'm going to tell you guys what it is. So my little problem that I want to talk to you guys about is tying knots. I hate it. I hate tying knots with a passion. It's pretty much gotten to the point for me where if I didn't load it up before I left, it's probably not coming out it's just not. It's not going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to end up in the repertoire for the day because I just don't have it. I don't feel like tying knots. With that being said, so guess what your boy's going to do tomorrow? Your boy's going to tie some knots. Because I got to redo a lot of stuff, boys and girls. The tackle order did come in. Let me just preface it that. The tackle order did come in, and I will show you guys that right now. Hold on. Spinner baits and swim baits, boys and girls. There's a lot. There is a ton of all different shapes and sizes and colors, and we got some more of these. I showed you guys these. I haven't even had time to throw one of these yet. These are these big Hercules, these giant paddle tail swim baits. I can't wait to throw these things, dude. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'm just gonna be honest, because the way today turned out was absolutely disgusting. I was definitely not too proud of myself today, just so we're clear. But we talked about it. We did. We talked about it today. And what we talked about today is it's just Tuesday, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's Home Run Tuesday. Sometimes it's Worst Day Ever Tuesday. So I don't really get an opportunity to pick when I take you guys fishing. We got usually 2 days that I know I can take you guys fishing. There might be a third day entering into the category. Don't hold me to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like in stone. It's not gonna happen. It's just kind of like it could. It's just gonna depend. You know what I mean? It's going to depend on a few things. We've been moving on the channel, boys and girls. I got to get some of these videos cut. Saturday, guys, we got an event coming up. Hold on, we're going to talk about it. So we're getting ready to plan this the annual peacock fishing trip, where I go down south and we go down and just absolutely slam with the murder bucket, and it just turns into like the greatest day ever, and all we ever talk about is why didn't we do this every time from then on out. Yeah, no, but it's going to be an adventure because we're live baiting. And I don't know. We did it when I was younger, and we did it a couple of years ago. So we got to get back into the swing of things. We were talking about doing something possibly this weekend, but I gotta check the finances. You know what I'm saying? Things are coming up real close here with another week left in the month. So I gotta double check everything and make sure I'm good to make a trip. But we'll see. We might have to save that for the November. We got camping coming up. We got a fish camp fish in November. That's something we try to do every year in November. And then we might just wait till December to do the peacock fishing trip. And I only say that because last year when we did it in December, it was nice. Like, it wasn't brutal hot. It could be cold this December. There's no telling. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, then the peacocks might just shut down. What do I know? We had a cool event today, in case you guys didn't see that. Let me pull that up, as a matter of fact. You guys listen to tunes for a second, man. I want to do something. YouTube changed its layout, so it's not as easy for me to get around in here. So give me a second, guys. I don't know where the new button is. Because like our buddy says...
Now, to be honest with you, I'm kind of retarded.
You guys know what I'm talking about. Hold on, let's do this. Oh, no. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I don't remember if it was before that or after that. I think it was right here. Or was it after this one? Here it is. Okay, hold on. One sec, guys. All right, let's go. Together.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
All right, here we go. Let's do this. All right, we're fishing together. All right. I don't know. Was there any sound? Are you telling me you guys sat through that whole thing with no sound? Oh, there's sound. Okay. I was like, what in the world? So we figured out today. Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. Yeah, so we're doing it live. That's awesome. How many you got? Counted 3. Okay, well, here's number 4. Boys, almost lost that one. Look at that. That is probably one of the coolest hoodies.
Somehow that came back. Oh, it's like Christmas morning.
Got to do some adjustments on that mic, though. I can tell you that.
Angle. I got to change this here.
Skipping made everything hard. Or skipping. The wind made skipping difficult today, boys. Watch this.
Got it.
This is the best, dude.
Watch this, you guys. Look at this. Golden bass. Nice.
All right, guys. A warmouth / rock bass / I don't know what else. I've heard 100 different names. Golden bass. I've heard them called that before.
Guys,
depends
so
on their color.
out.
But yeah, look at this thing, man. This thing was in there.
This is
boring.
the golden bass, aka warmouth. Look at this little guy. You talk about aggressive. Ooh, that
Dude,
little
look at
fish
the
right there
chunk.
will jump all over you boys. Gee, look at that red eye. Red eye.
See
They're
that?
angry. They're cool though, little warmouth bass. That was neat. He hit it as soon as it hit the water. He was
So you guys saw that, right, man? We caught that warmouth. That was epic, dude. I haven't seen one of those since like 3 years ago. Around this same time, I caught one of those. Almost in the same place, but not quite. You understand? What's up, Skrilla? What are you doing, man? Rock bass. Yeah. Those are crappie. Crappie. Well, that's not actually a crappie. We have different kinds of crappie. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess there's different kinds. What do I know, dude? You know what I'm saying? I don't do many other species fishing. I just catch them. You understand what I'm saying? That's my motto. I think we're going to that as our motto, guys. Let's just catch them all. Let's catch them all. Every single one of them. I don't care what it is. I really don't. Let's just catch it. Yeah, Skrilla, absolutely, man. Skrilla makes a valid point. He says rock bass are like smallmouth, but with different colors and armor is sort of slightly different shape to them. Yeah, closely related to bluegill. It's actually in the sunfish family. That thing you just showed up there is crappie. We other rock bass, though, want... Oh, look, man, I don't know. Okay, the crappie that I've ever seen are like blue. You understand what I'm saying? Bluish green. They're light blue. They're pretty. They do have a similar mouth, but they don't have that pronounced spine. Okay. It was epic, dude. He had a big chunk missing out of him, though. I want to say that I think he was in there fighting something, or I think what ended up happening was, if you guys could see what I saw when I made that cast, as soon as it hit the water, dude, it was pow, pow, pow. Which, what I think happened was he grabbed it and went to run, and I think I set the hook on him. And we've talked about this now. My hook, they're like Pokemon. Yeah, absolutely. My hook set is so... it's violent. You guys just don't realize it because looking on, you have no idea because the Earth is spinning at tens of thousands of miles an hour, that if I was to complete an entire hook set, it would shudder. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it would just, for a fraction of a second, it would shudder. I'm talking like 0.0000, like there's a exponential here, 10 to the 25th power of the Earth would shudder if I did a full hook set. So I don't. I just give them that little pop, you know what I mean? And you guys saw it today. If you watched today's live fishing, dude, those were skin hooks. Every single one of those fish was skin hooked. I call it the old lip skin trick, dude, because that's really all it takes. Now, the only issue that you're going to have with the lip skin trick, and I'm just going to be honest with you, is you do need to retie. Okay, you really do need to retie, because if you feel your line about 4 to 6 inches up from your bait, you'll notice it's tore up, because a lot of times that fish is, when he's grabbing it and you're running slack line, the majority of the time when it's windy like it was today, it ends up being a slack line day. Well, let me just say that. That's okay, Rod. I slack line a lot. Okay, when it comes to the Ned rig, it's one of my favorite ways of doing it. And then once I bring that line in, and I'm a line watcher, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I stare at it. I use high vis green line just for that reason, and I stare at that line. I'm like super uber focused on watching that line. And if I have an idea by looking at the electronics and what the depth is, I should know how far that's going to fall, because I've got like 2.5 foot of fluoro, right? So once I make the cast, I know the fluoro goes under because it makes a little ripple, and then my braid goes after it. But remember, braid it tries to stay buoyant, so braid doesn't actually drop straight down. The fluoro allows it to drop straight down, but then the braid tethers off and like does like a fin, like, you know, like a fanning in the water. So basically, you'll feel the small thud, right? You'll feel if you're on good bottom, you'll feel the bait hit the bottom, and you can watch the the line. If you start to take that slack in on the line a little bit too early and the bait hasn't completely fall, instead of falling straight, it falls and then it moves pendulum and falls, which is kind of an odd motion if you're looking like to replicate bait. But the thing you got to remember is the reason I run that fluorocarbon, man, is just the fact that the way it falls. I have noticed it falls a lot different running fluoro and just instead of just straight braid. And the fluoro, it's also comes out of things a lot easier when you run the fluoro. It doesn't drape as much. Like if there's a stick in the water, right? If this was a stick and it was sitting like this, and the fluoro hits it, it just kind of veers down it. Okay, when the braid hits it, it just falls over it. So now when I go to bring it back up, my bait comes from this side and it's wrapped around, as to where with the fluoro, it comes off kind of straight off at the angle that I'm retrieving it. So that's another bonus for the fluoro. Actually, to be honest, white and yellow perch are a ton of fun to catch when the bite is on it. They can get aggressive. And it leads to bass. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure, Skrilla. That's a very valid point. Well, like I said, today we tried for 5. That was the goal today, was 5. I said to myself, okay, so if I can get 5 hours out here and I can hit 5 fish in 5 hours, that's not bad. Any fish after the start of today was fantastic. I mean, I know you guys saw. We had like 1 to 3 foot swells on the main lake. We started on the wrong side of the lake, which I thought I would just check it out, man. Yeah, wasn't even worth it. Yeah, a braid to fluoro leader. We do the same thing, Skrilla. Saltwater fishing's really, a lot of it's similar, man. The tackle's just larger in all aspects, I guess you could say. I got a crack in my thumb today. You guys can see it. See the little red sock? Yeah, that was today, man. A piece of braid got around my finger when I was pulling it, and it zipped right in and cut into the side. I mean, it's real. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but this gets really real out there, okay? We're out there trying to get it. We're going 100 miles an hour. Today we were driving all over the lake in God's country. We hit 1, 2, 3, and the whole 9th Street just to get out of the wind. I mean, we did the whole 9th Street. We were buzzing around like animals. Big Easy Gambler stinking up the deck. We even threw that today. Yeah, in the lakes. Yeah, Skrilla, you're not kidding. Yeah, no, I none of us, I don't think, use straight fluoro, Too Loco. Be honest with you, man. And it's not, wow, that light just all of a sudden went epic bright. Hold on, you guys. Wow, look at this. I messed with some lighting. There we go. Soften that up a bit. Good God. I messed with some lighting earlier today. Won't do that again. Struggle is real. Rod, you know it. You know it, man. We're constantly struggling over here. That's all we know how to do. Hold on, I'm not lost. I'm looking for something. There it is. What? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so, like I said, guys. Can you guys hear that? Oh, there is something going on. Start that over again. It's just for background. It's just a little something in the background. So yeah, like I was saying, you guys, we're going to do an entire video on the spinnerbaits. We're going to do, that's going to be filled with like different spinnerbait trailers, different spinnerbait styles. There's like a ton of stuff that I want to show you guys. So we'll show you a little bit today, and we'll talk about what we should have done today. I think it would have made a big difference, but what do I know? Okay. All right, so we're back. Yeah, like it never missed a beat, guys. What are we talking about? We're talking about spinner baits. So just to give you a little heads up on what the episode about spinner baits next week is going to be about, we're going to talk about a lot of different stuff. But one of the things I want to talk to you guys is about just standard production and then overproduction when it comes to spinner baits. And we'll talk about it. We're going to show it. We're going to talk about it right now. So one of the things you'll notice with like standard spinner baits is you got no keeper. Okay, there's no keeper on there. So if you decide to run a trailer, it's up to you, man. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to get destroyed. It's going to get pulled off. It's probably not going to make it. The other thing I wanted to show you, they're sharp, is the skirts. So these just have these generic little pop skirts that you can change. You guys see that right there? It's just a little pop over. You just kind of give it a pull. Don't get your finger stuck on it like that. And you can change out skirt colors. Okay, these are just standard little pop on and off skirts. So to give you an idea, man, it's just a jig head. That's all it is. It's just a jig head affixed to a piece of wire, and they ran a couple of little spinners off of it. No big deal. But with your standards, it gives a different presentation. They're all different presentations. Myself personally, I don't really know if I like this style, and I'll tell you why. In the water, it tends to stay a lot of it looks octopusy. You understand what I mean by that? It has that Squidward look to it, like a bad sheet ghost on Halloween. And then I personally prefer another thing I want to show you guys. Again, we've talked about this before. So you see that head? Okay, I know you can see it. That's not what I'm trying to show you. But what I'm trying to show you is it's just a round piece of lead, dude. It's not even exciting. It doesn't really do anything, which means that when this thing's in the water, it's dependent 100% on this blade's rotation in order to keep this thing parallel. Because if it swims like this, right? So if it swims down like this, perfectly, straight, that's fine. But if it swims like canty off, like something like this, okay, if it swims cantied off something like this, you got to bend those wires till this thing swims straight again, okay? Because the straight swimming presentation is muy importante. So one of the ways that different companies have done this. So again, let's talk about this. Now we're going to go to, that's a half ounce. That last one I showed you was a half ounce. This one right here is just a little quarter ounce. I got some half ounce, but we're not breaking any of that stuff up out yet. So this is a Z-Man spinnerbait, okay? But this is just a quarter ounce, but I just want to give you guys an idea of what we're talking about here and the differences between the spinnerbaits. Okay, so you notice that's a hand-tied skirt. Okay, so that's it's hand tied. There's a piece of wire around there. The other thing you want to notice there is that keeper. Now this is a 3/0. Okay, to give you an idea, 3/0 on a half ounce. That's pretty standard. 2/0 usually on a quarter ounce, which is what this is. Still two blades. You're going to notice the different sizes of blades. This one's got a giant, I think it's like a number 2 or number 3 or 5, or I don't even know how to, I can't determine it. I'm not a big gear change guy, but this thing just says 4.5. So I guess that's a 4.5 size. And these are a bit smaller because these are also on a quarter ounce, okay? But one of the things I want to show you guys, and this is where it gets interesting because I think this was a pretty cool little move. I got to figure out how I'm going to show you this, is that channel. You see that V channel in the bottom of the bait? That's basically it's for cavitation. It creates a plane of water underneath it that allows the bait to travel straight all the time, because the heaviest part of it has a channel, a canal, a groove, just like a boat, you know what I mean? Just like a little catamaran or a pontoon boat style. And that'll keep the bait as vertical, or vertical presentation, not canted. It won't allow it to cant. It'll keep it relatively straight. So you don't have to spend as much time tuning these type. Another thing I want you guys to notice is the wire size. So the wire size on the half ounce you would think would be even greater, but in all honesty, the wire size on the quarter ounce is exactly the same. That's what's interesting about it. It's just one is in a dull matte finish and the other one's in a chrome finish. But they're the same diameter wire. So 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, what you're going to end up is better performance, question mark? So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to take spinnerbaits out this weekend. We're going to start throwing some spinnerbaits. We're going to film some content this weekend, Saturday. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be going down south. I'm making the got to check everything out first. Got to make sure all the bills are paid before I can go taking fishing trips down south. But I could end up local. I could sure end up local somewhere this weekend, hunting and digging and bobbing with the old spinnerbaits. We'll find out. We'll find out. I got a lot of lakes I can go to. I might run by my buddy Steve's lake. I haven't been there in a while, but I don't even know if I can get out on that lake because the way that grass grows up over there, it's not maintenance like other lakes that I've seen. So that type of spinner can work great on saltwater rivers. Yeah, man. No, spinners are great, bud. Price difference. Okay. See, we're going to talk about that stuff, man. In all honesty, the Z-Man and the half ounce, is going to be about, I think, 40 cents more than the Strike King in a half ounce. It's 40 cents, dude. You understand what I'm saying? It's not even $1. That's the worst part about it. And it's a big difference in the two spinnerbaits. I think I got a half ounce open. Hold on one second. Let me do this. Let me get in here and see if I got one of these open. I'll show you real quick, or we'll open one. I don't want to do this episode yet, but I do want to show you what we're going to talk about. So these, the Z-Man, the sling blade, they call them, sling blades. These things come in 3/8, half, 3/4, quarter, and I think that's it. Now, as the baits get bigger, boys, so do the blades. So that's one thing you'll notice is that, you know, with the bigger baits comes the bigger blades. It has to. It's got to be able to maintain and balance that thing and offset it and give the right sound. Hold on, let me get this thing out of here. Oh my goodness. All right, this is a 3/8. I'm not going to keep taking these things out, okay? There you go. See how the blades got a lot bigger? Half ounce, 4.5. And I think that's a 4-inch or a number 4, I think they call that. But other than that, everything's pretty much the same. Wire's the same. Head size is relatively the same. Difference is we've got the keeper and one doesn't have a keeper. And then we've got a hand-tied skirt, which is the one on my right, your left. And then we have the pop-on skirt. So definitely everything's pretty much the same. The other difference is the Strike King spinner, the swivel, and the Z-Man swivel are totally different. This is a ball bearing swivel, and this is just a standard socket swivel. So that's another thing that we're gonna talk about, and the differences and how all that stuff works. Guys, like I said, this next episode is gonna be fire. I just have to get a chance to sit down and get all this stuff taken out and be ready to show you guys all this stuff, because I just got it all the other day, and then I had to inventory it. There was stuff missing. I had to call all the peoples and get them to send stuff, and then things were shipped to the other day, and then I got some packages, and yeah. So again, like I said, we got a whole box of stuff to go through. The other thing we noticed today, guys, just so you guys are, just so we can talk about it, man, if you guys are wondering where you can get this stuff pretty reasonable, and I don't mean like you're going to get it cheap. I didn't say anything about getting it cheap, but listen, go to discounttacklewarehouse.com. Listen to me, discounttacklewarehouse.com. Trust me. That's where you want to go get your tackle. Don't buy my stuff. If you see something that I'm showing you, don't buy it, because I hate. I shouldn't even have told you guys that. And then now all of a sudden, all like 90 you guys are going to go buying stuff from there, and I'm not going to have any. None of my stuff's ever going to be in stock. No, I'm just kidding. I won't tell you everywhere I get it. But they very reasonable pricing over there. Very, very reasonable. You'll see that the bait shops are kind of taking advantage of some people, and their shipping's fantastic. I always place over the order amount to get free shipping, and they're a 3-day for me. Sometimes it's here in 2. It just depends on how many items I order, to be honest with you. But yeah, the spinnerbait episode, man, we're going to go in, we're going to talk about all this crazy stuff, okay? We're going to talk about times to use them, places to use them, different retrieves, because it's not, it is a straight retrieve style lure. It's not something you're going to be able to just, give little pops and stuff. It'll get all caught up in itself. But we're going to talk about trailers, because there's another box right below that full of my trailers. It's all out. You understand what I'm saying? It's all sitting down here on the floor ready for me to put it together. But like, I got to like sit down for like a whole day and get this stuff laid out on the desk so I can have it to show you guys what I'm talking about, and then have trailers lined up over here on a little table so I can pull those out and show them to you, because different trailers are going to give different presentations. And then there's that whole, well, what's the best presentation? I don't know, we're trying to all figure that out. If everybody's got their favorite, everybody's got their style. I go a little crazy with my spinner baits. I'll give you a little sample of what a trailer on my spinner bait looks like. I had to go in the tackle box. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I use silly little stuff like these little split tail grubs, dude. And I use hot chartreuse and I use white. And those are the two. Those are my spinnerbait trailers. Like, you guys are going to see where there's like a million different ways you can use 100,000 different spinnerbait trailers. But I'm going to tell you that I use the silliest little spinnerbait trailers. And that's why I said I've got to get all this stuff out. We got to get into it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Trust me. We're all going to have a good time. Don't you worry. All right. Let's go back here. So yeah. So like I said, man, it's going to be interesting. We're going to have a good episode when it comes to the spinnerbait stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't want to like do a premature or a jack it up. There's going to be a lot of information. Like when we had the chatterbait day and we had all those different chatterbaits out, we looked at like 9 different chatterbaits. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah, we're going to do another one of those. So it's gonna be pretty intense. It's probably gonna be about an hour and 15-minute little seminar style. What's gonna work? Who knows, dude? But it's getting into the season. I'm excited. Swim baits, spinner baits, flukes, according to what I seen today, because the way the pinfish were running around. But that also means jerk baits. So we're talking a lot of hooks and we're talking a lot of fish. If you can find them, they'll be banging this time of season, because they're starting to get grouped up together. Starts to get real interesting. So the days when it shuts off, boys, it's going to shut off. Unfortunately, it's going to shut right off, and it's going to be a struggle fest and a grind like it was today to even find fish. But we found them, and that's all that matters, man. We found them. Those work, actually. Yeah, simple and easy. See? Promo code Rufus. Yeah, no, man. No promo code. I'm not giving those out yet, dude. I got some, but I'm not doing it yet, man, because I just don't want it to. You'll see. You'll see, man, because we're doing some stuff. There's things at play in the background. We've already talked about the Beards and Bass box, and we're going to set it up, and we're talking to I have talked to a few companies, and it looks like, things could move in, but it's all about me just pulling the trigger on it. You know what I mean? And just getting it done. But I tend to want to go maybe just go fishing. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I kind of turn my attention. I'm like, you know what? I'll just go fishing, man. Let's just go fishing. Meanwhile, I should be like in here banging on the phones and setting this stuff up and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, nah, we'll get to it. You know what I mean? We'll get to it. First, we got to make 500 subs. So we're working that direction right now. I just think that's a good round number that we could hit. And let's hit that first milestone on YouTube. And let's, get some watch time. Let's see what monetization occurs. And we will move forward from there. But again, guys, back to what we were talking about, man. My shirt. So these things are pretty sweet, dude. I ain't going to lie to you, man. This one's pretty sweet, and I can't wait to show you the other ones. I'm not going to show you all of them in one day, though, because that wouldn't be fun. So this weekend, like I said, if I don't end up going down south, we're going to end up going probably to the river. But I'm thinking we might go to the Ocklawaha River. We got to check the water level to see if we can go through the lock and then into the south end and just roll or is that north? I'm not quite sure how the river rolls. In all honesty, every river's rolling different around here, trust me. But we might go to the other side of the Ocklawaha, the one I haven't taken you guys on in like a hot minute. That would be kind of cool. We can shoot drone down there. We can shoot drone in a couple places on the river. So maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll have an Ocklawaha trip if things don't go south. If we don't go south, we'll go Ocklawaha. I gotta check the finances, man. I gotta make sure everything's ready to go. Trips aren't cheap, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure everything's taken care of. You got gas, you got this, you got that. Nowadays, dude, just to go down to do that trip last year, or 2 years ago we did it. I think it was 2 years ago in December. It was like $55, and it really wasn't that bad. That was with tolls. And then this year with fuel and tolls, it's like $125 to make that same trip, fuel and tolls wise. That's not counting boat fuel. That's not counting nothing. You know what I mean? That all went up exponentially too. So this trip isn't going to be as exciting. Hopefully we catch like giant fish, but you know how that goes. You still got to get down there and you got to get it done, guys. And procrastination, your boy, he will procrastinate it up. So, well, listen, guys, I hate to cut it, man, but I do need to get a shower. I need to get cleaned up. Your boy's got to get some stuff done. Got to take the dogs out. And, again, I appreciate everybody hanging out, man. I can't wait till our next adventure. Look for me this weekend. I don't think I'll live stream. I might go over and hit kick and maybe play some Xbox or some PlayStation. Maybe a little Call of Duty. We'll see. If I don't go down south, maybe we'll do something like that. But who knows? But listen, next week, spinner baits. Okay, we're making some changes. We'll see what happens. So again, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. We'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.